What's up, everybody? A couple of months ago, I made a video where I made fun of what I consider dumb rap names. I took some of the stupidest rap names in the game, and I took a big dump on them. And I said I was going to make a rock video making fun of stupid band names, so here you go. And when I really started looking into it, I found that all the really bad band names are in the indie genre, whether it's indie rock, indie pop, indie rap, whatever. So I'm going to be taking a look at the bands and artists who I feel like just have really stupid names, and honestly, it affects me even wanting to listen to their music based on how dumb their band name is. The name of your band, it encapsulates your creative work that you put all this time into. Why you would call yourself Seat Headrest is beyond me. Stick around, this is Dancing with Ghosts. Before I go into this list, I just want to mention this is not a reflection of my feelings towards the artist's music. They could be great for all I know. And also, I really don't care about the deeper meaning behind the name. Don't tell me, I really don't care. Actually, Car Seat Headrest was... I don't care. I'm taking it on face value just like anyone else would who's not a diehard fan. And on face value, if it's stupid to me, then it's probably stupid to everyone else too. So here we go. The first artist we have is Kenny Hoopla. Hoopla! No, dude, just no. That's not a cool name. You're not being witty. You're not being quirky. It's just stupid. Like, I will literally go out of my way and have gone out of my way to not listen to your music because you decide to call yourself Kenny Hoopla. Up next, we have Gus Dapperton. Gus Dapperton. That sounds like a kid in like 8th grade who's trying to be funny and he makes up like a fake name and or he like crank calls someone. It's like, hi, I'm Gus Dapperton. Again, these guys come up with these names and they think that it's like really funny or clever or subversive, and it's like, no, it's just cringe. Up next, we have Milky Chance. Milky Chance. I'm not taking a milky chance on listening to this individual's music, though. Like, good lord. Milky? What is wrong with these indie rockers and their ironically bad names that they choose? There have always been dumb band names throughout history. Mott the Hoople pops into my head. But man, it's like happening more and more in recent years, especially in the indie music genre. Up next, we have Perfume Genius. Perfume? You're a genius at marketing perfume or at developing a new fragrance? I thought that if someone was a genius, it applied to their overall aptitude and cognitive ability. I didn't think you could be a genius at like one specific thing, especially something as insignificant as perfume. This person's music must be like really good, because I can only imagine that name is a really big handicap in trying to get people to listen to your music. Perfume Genius. God, such a stupid. Oh yes, as we mentioned before, up next we have Car Seat Headrest. Yay, another indie band with an ironic name. I get it, dudes. You're too cool and hip to actually put work into making a unique, decent-sounding band name because you are way too focused on being real artists. So much so that you shun any attempt to be conventionally mainstream. Make sure you keep an eye out for their new side project called Bathroom Sink Faucet Handle. Up next, we have Grandson. Grandson? Grandson? Where's my grandson? Does that make all of us grandparents? Is that what he calls his fan base, I wonder? The grandparents? I wonder if he asks for birthday gifts and Christmas presents from his grandparents like a new Nintendo or baseball glove. And of course, because this is a thing now, his name is all in lowercase letters because Gen Z. Yeah, you see, only boomers use proper capitalization and punctuation. So nowadays, it's either all in caps, everything's all in caps, it's all lowercase, or there's some kind of fucked up punctuation going on in the name. Up next, we have Boy with Uke. Oh yes, that's just what the world needs, is more people playing the ukulele. Literally one of the laziest instruments to get into if you want to play music, but you don't really want to put that much effort into it. The ukulele has seen much more popularity with e-girls, but I guess in this brave new world, Boy with Uke has a fighting chance to stand out amongst all the female ukulele players. Good luck, buddy. That is some stiff competition. I know about 10 women who play the ukulele off the top of my head right now. Up next, Wet Leg. Wet Leg. It's like you people don't even care about the name of your band, so why should I care about your music? Like, that's kind of where I'm getting to mentally as I go through this list. Now, I know it's only a name, but for God's sakes, the indie scene is trying to outdo itself in the category for worst band names ever. And you guys are doing a great job at securing your spot at the top. Because, man, you are churning out some banger-ass shitty names. Alright, up next we have Nice as Fuck. So, we went from going ironically dumb to now we are going ironically edgy. In an age where social media kind of determines like what artists live and die based on their social media presence, I cannot understand how this band is getting airplay. Like, I first heard of them on Sirius XM radio, so, you know, they're allowed to play uncensored stuff, and I highly doubt they've ever gotten any traditional terrestrial radio play. But God, what a marketing nightmare this band would be. First of all, if you try to run an ad or promotion behind your band, most social media sites are going to ban your ads automatically because the word fuck is right in your band name. And as social media companies have become more and more puritanical with their rules, all these kind of things become a problem, unlike, you know, the old Wild West of the internet of yore. All right, up next in the awful marketing category, we have that band. 3 exclamation points. It's actually pronounced chick, chick, chick. That's how they want you to pronounce it. How did anyone ever find this band on a search engine? How did this band ever get signed to any kind of reputable record label without the label being like, hey guys, this isn't really a band name. It's not even a word. You have to change it or we're not investing all of these marketing dollars behind you. How did they escape all that and still become this relatively successful underground indie band? I mean, hey, I love exclamation points as much as the next guy, but as a band name, terrible idea. Archers of Loaf. Now, you could have been archers of anything in this entire world, but because you're an indie band, you went with the dumbest choice possible. Because it's ironic or subversive, or I honestly don't even care anymore. The only examples of loafs that I know of are Meatloaf, which the irony is not lost on me that he actually is a very successful musician who died recently. We have Olive Loaf, which sounds fucking disgusting. And then we have the phrase to pinch a loaf, which means to take a shit. And that is going to be the context that I am going to have whenever I listen to a Archers of Loaf song. So good job on the name, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to give all the cringy indie bands a break. We're going to focus on another band with a really stupid name, and that would be Throbbing Gristle. So much like other bands with stupid names, the word throbbing should never be in a band name. There are only 2 kinds of contexts where the word throbbing is used. The first is in reference to having a headache. The second is referring to a ragingly hard boner. And gristle, what is that, like the leftover chicken parts that you sometimes find in a McNugget? Like, this name makes me very uncomfortable. And finally, no list would be complete without mentioning the father of all awful band names, and that would be Hubba Stank. I mean, you knew it was Hubba Stank. Of course, that would be the last one that I'd talk about. I mean, just as long as they've been around with such a horrible name, they earn this spot. I mean, this band tops all the lists of bad names. aside from, you know, those metal bands like Fetal Decapitation and Anal Blast and all, you know, that shit's basically a joke to me. But Hubba Stank was actually trying to be a legitimate band that had some kind of pop viability. If you were to make up any word to name your band, because clearly that's just a completely made-up word, if you could make up any word whatsoever, why in the hell would you even consider this half-assed, clearly a joke of a name? The word stank should never be in your name. It just makes me hate you a little bit, honestly, that you did that you named your band that. I'm glad this watered down early 2000s new rock band isn't around anymore, so I don't have to hear or see their name again. All right, well, those are some really stupid rock and indie and whatever band names that I could think of. What are some that you can think of? Maybe you think Dancing with Ghosts is a stupid band name. I've heard nothing but compliments about that name, by the way, so you'd just be wrong on that one. But anyway, what are some names that I missed? Now, obviously, there are others out there that people think are dumb, like, I don't know, Insane Clown Posse, but I don't know. I happen to think that that's a fine name. But anyway, leave your comments in the comment section below of band names that you think are stupid. And yeah, I think that's the end of this video series, because we got rap, we got rock. I don't feel like even touching EDM. So anyway, hope you guys have a good rest of your night.